Your stateroom on a Disney cruise is nice, but it is not your house. How do you pack for a Disney cruise? Hi, I'm Kat, and I'm here for tips and tricks to make your travel experience that much easier. And now we're going to focus on Disney cruises. First, let's think about the clothes that you're going to bring. You don't necessarily need to bring an outfit for every single day, but you're likely traveling to places where it's going to be hot or relatively warm. So think about the clothes you're going to bring. If you are someone like me who's kind of sweaty, make sure that you're bringing things with you that are lightweight and that are easy to wash by hand so that you can hang them and they'll dry quickly and you can rewear them, or just pay the money and have something laundered. It is very useful to have one nice outfit just in case you decide to go out for a nice dinner. If you're traveling with family members or friends, this might be one of the only opportunities that you get to take pictures all together. Everybody can dress up for photos. Plus, you might decide you want to dress up and go out for a nice dinner when you're at one of the ports. You don't have to wear it all the time, but it's a good idea to bring a nice outfit. You don't need a costume for every single night for dinner, that's for sure. But I would recommend checking to confirm that there is a pirate night. Seems like that's a common one. And if there is a specific dress-up event. Often you'll find that there's a chance to sign up for kids to have a picture with their favorite character. Make sure that you have asked the questions prior to boarding your Disney cruise so that you are on theme. Don't leave home without that stuff. I would say it would be better to have a Disney costume and leave one outfit at home than to bring more regular clothes and not bring any sort of themed attire. If you think that makeup is going to be involved to make the costume more fun, or maybe you don't want to bring a full-on costume but you want the makeup to do it, then bring that with you. But just know, dress up is really a part of the experience, and whether you are an adult or traveling with children, you're going to want something to go with these themes. They get you. The magic of Disney, it will get you. So don't underestimate it. Comfortable shoes. You are on a cruise, you're going to be walking around a lot more than you expect, so make sure that you have comfortable shoes. I recommend sneakers. That's just me. I really love them. But if you prefer dressier shoes, make sure that they are comfortable dress shoes. Don't bring your brand new shoes with you on a cruise. Don't do it. It is one of the worst decisions anybody can make. Also, make sure that you have shoes that are good for the beach and water. Like maybe you're not planning to get off the ship, but you'll be near the pool. You want to have shoes that are going to have good grip so that way you don't slip. Good grip, don't slip. Another pair of shoes you would like to have, I highly recommend, are shoes, just house shoes. Comfortable shoes, slippers for your room. You're in a place, a lot of people are coming in and out. When I travel, I want slippers so that way I'm not just walking around in my naked feet on the floor all the time, or if it's too hot and I don't feel like wearing socks. It's nice to have comfortable, like easy slip-ons. Swimwear. Definitely bring things that you are going to be getting into a pool or like getting wet in. It's really important because you say you're not going to do it and then you find that you're going to be in, I don't know, maybe you end up in the hot tub. Maybe you go to the spa. Maybe you decide you're going to treat yourself and get a massage. Bring swimwear. Bring a pair of swimming trunks. Bring a swimsuit. Just bring it. That is one of the few items I would say, even if you don't wear it, I highly recommend that you have it. Sun protection is key, so I highly recommend you bring your own sunscreen, hats, and sunglasses. These are very helpful because then you get to pick what you want at the level and price point that is best for you. You can get all of these things on the ship, but you're not going to pay a low price. Lanyards. It's so important to have lanyards. And people are like, well, why would I even need a lanyard? Because if you get on the ship, you could be paying $20 for a lanyard that has a bunch of glitter on it. You don't need that. For $1 or $2, you can buy a single lanyard, or you could buy a pack of them at places like Staples, Walmart, on Amazon. The reason that it's a good idea for you to have a lanyard is that allows you to keep your room key on your person. And you're using your room key for a lot of things, not just accessing your stateroom. You will need to have your room key so that you can get on and off the ship. You may also need your room key to do things like borrow a towel for the pool deck if you're going to be hanging out by the pool for a day. This is very important. You don't think that you're going to need a lanyard until you see everybody on a cruise ship walking around with lanyards except for you and your group. I'm speaking from experience. And that way you also don't need to always bring your personal bag with you everywhere you go on the cruise ship. The benefit is if you have a lanyard and you don't need it, hey, it was cheap. Bring one for each person that is traveling with you. You will not regret it. Wall hooks. I remember looking these up and I was like, well, why would I need magnetic wall hooks to travel with? Well, let me tell you. If you have robes or other things that you would like to hang up, maybe you want to hang up your hat. Maybe you have a shirt that you want to hang up and there's not any room in the closet. Magnetic wall hooks serve a lot of purposes. So they give you space in a place that is rather limited, your stateroom. Why do you need magnetic hooks? Magnetic hooks are great for rooms like your stateroom because you are in a cruise ship. So the walls are likely made of metal, and that way you can just pop the hook onto the wall and you don't need any sort of adhesive or any sticky stuff. You just put it on the wall and it will be strong enough to handle whatever you put on it, such as a towel or hat. So magnetic hooks, you can get them for a good price on Amazon. They will save you a lot of time and trouble. Pain medication. Sometimes you get aches and pains on a cruise ship that you wouldn't normally get otherwise. You might get headaches or feel nauseated because you're on a cruise ship. You may just have stomach issues in general because you're eating different food and you are traveling from location to location. So you want to think about that as well. So all of your regular medications as well as any pain medications, I really encourage you to bring those before you go and pack those and take those with you. You might be able to access that on the ship as well, but it could cost an additional fee. I make sure to have a copy of IDs, any sort of important information that I'm going to be needing myself or the people who are traveling with me. I want to have those easily accessible on my phone, and I want to make sure that I have paper copies just in case something happens and my phone isn't working because the battery's gone. Hand sanitizer and wet wipes. There will be a lot of hand sanitizer on the ship, and there will usually be spaces for you to wash your hands before you go into any areas where you will be eating. So that's already provided, and yet I think it's a really good idea just in case you sit down and the staff is busy and they haven't been able to wipe down your table at the buffet, for example. You have your own wet wipes. You don't need to wait. Sticky hands. People are eating lots of things and their hands get sticky. Have your own wet wipes. You may want to wipe down the hard surfaces in the room when you first arrive in your stateroom because so many people will be going in and out. Having your own wet wipes and hand sanitizer just makes a world of difference. I travel with these all the time anyway. You just never know when there's going to be a spill or something. Makes life easier. We've lived through so many different things in terms of health issues in this world. So just bring your own hand sanitizer and wet wipes. It will make a world of difference. It's very convenient and might save you in a jam. Wine. Just in case you want to bring any sort of alcohol with you, you are usually allowed to bring 2 750 milliliter bottles of wine with you on a Disney cruise, or you are allowed to bring 6 12-ounce cans of beer. Not both, either or. So if you want some sort of combination, you may want to reach out to the Disney cruise that you're taking to find out what will be allowed. But you probably are not going to be able to bring hard liquor with you onto the cruise ship. You can purchase that when you're on, but if you want to bring some wine with you or bring beer with you, the limits are, at this time, 750 milliliter bottles, 2 for wine, and 6 12-ounce cans of beer. Now, these things can change, so again, I encourage you to look online or check the app to find out what the situation is when you take your Disney cruise, but make sure that you stay within the rules of what you're allowed to bring on the cruise. If you bring anything that is different from that, they will confiscate it. So you won't get it back until the end of the cruise, or maybe not at all. You don't want to find out the hard way. Now, we've talked about so many different things that you need to think about as you pack and prepare for your Disney cruise. Let me know if there are other things that I didn't mention that might be helpful. I just want you to think about and prepare for these things in advance so that way you can spend less money on these sorts of items and spend more money on fun stuff that you wouldn't normally get because it ain't every day you go on a Disney cruise.